Hi, object coders. Let's do some function basics here. See what that's all about. Well, functional programming is big nowadays in a lot of areas. Data structures is one area. Um, so our objectives here in this drill on function basics is getting familiar with pseudocode and getting more familiar with functions. So let's open up. We're at the point now in coding where we can no longer just do a Stack Overflow search, get our answer. We're coding more creatively on our own. So we want to have some references, right? And here's one reference telling us to do. I'm going to open up a tab for that. So I think one of the keys is getting references. Pseudocode. What is pseudocode? Here's the rule. It's telling us this is a reference. I'm going to open that up in the tab too. These are just quick reads, so I'm not going to open those up in tabs. I'm just going to give them a quick read. I'll let you look at functions really quick. Inputs and outputs, just like methods, right? All right, take a look at that. And let's see here. The other thing I wanted to show you was this here. Oops, I think I closed something I shouldn't have here. All right, there we go. All right, so take a look at this one. Do we worry about errors in pseudocode? And if you want to make a note, this one's absolutely key. Pseudocode with many small syntax errors. Give that a read. You'll understand that and it'll give you an idea what pseudocode is. And remember, pseudocode is to convey logical ideas. It is not necessarily to make perfect code like in Java or C++, where we can't have typos, etc. Give that a read. So, logical ideas. It's very similar to human language. Let's see here. Now, the other thing we want to open up is the problem. So I'm going to actually here, can we open that up in a new tab? Why not, right? Open those up in a new tab. I'm going to actually open up this algorithm lab here that's provided for us, and you'll see it all over the place. It's under try it in different places too. Now, the algorithm lab is completely optional. I like to do it just because I like to play with things and see if they work. But you'll find out about this do not worry about errors, you'll find out in there. We're not worrying about syntax. If you have errors in here, not to worry. Okay, let's see where we are here. Problems, okay. The first thing we want to probably do then is actually go through some examples. And this here is where those are. And our reference here. A couple examples. And I'm going to try to go through it quickly here, and you can reference back in, or else this could turn into be a long video. So, square a number. This is conventional function you'll recognize. Square a number, so it's like that, and that's the input, x, and we're squaring it and returning it. And then we're trying it down here. And I'll give that a run, and there they are. Now, if you have a typo in here, and if you read that I showed you, you learn more about that. If you have a typo in here, it's not going to run, and that's okay. You'll still get the same grade. We're just trying to convey logical ideas. This would, to a reader, this still would convey the idea. They would understand what that meant. So don't worry about little typos. All right, this is just for fun. Don't worry about bugs in here and such. Just get your ideas. This is provided code. Let's see where I can show you that here. Provided code. If you download that, you are going to end up with this here, and you'll realize there's a few answers already done for you in there. Actually 3. So you can take a look at those. I'm gonna just grab one here, triple number here. Let's grab that really quick and throw it in here. And let's see here, give it a run. 30, okay, let's look at our problems here. All right, where are our problems? All right, we are right here on the problems, and let's say cube number. All right, what does that say? It says that we want to make a variable called cube function, and we want to make an arrow function to cube a number. And if you go through the examples, you'll understand more what the arrow function is, but let's go back into the lab that we just opened up, and we're going to change that to cube function. Cube is x times x times x, right? Remember from our, and I think it probably actually tells us that right here. It actually tells us right there. It gives us actually an example of how that works with x equals 3. So x times x times x is telling us that that is going to be 27. So let's actually put 3 in for the input here. We have to change the call here. There we go. And if we give that a run, 27, so that's okay. That would be our cube function. We could go in here and we have cube number right here. We could just throw it in there. That would be done. And again, I'll just mention it one more time, not to bore you too much. If you have a typo where this is not running, you make a typo right there, that's okay. You're conveying the logic. If you have something weird here, like call funny, that doesn't make any sense, the logic it makes no sense, then that's a problem. But if you have cube function in there, even with a typo, that conveys the general logic. All right, and you could hand that in that way. Get last element is kind of an interesting one. Let's just look at that really quick. I want to show you something here. Get last element, it's telling us, and let's look at the problems actually on that. It tells us to make an arrow function there. It tells us to get the last element in an array. So in this case here, we would simply get the 40. So let's go back to the chapter and look at the examples here. And we have an example called get first. Well, that might help us, right? Let's try that. All right, let's run that. That's getting us CA++. These are the 3 grades I'm sure everybody's going to get in this course, I think. I have a feeling. It gets us the first element. We want to get the last element. All right, so what did that problem tell us to do? It told us to name the function, name the variable, sorry, get last function, like such. And we want to call it get last function. Now, if we run that right now, we're still going to get the A++. We have to change that. So we have to change that 0, right? We don't want to get the last value. If we go to our pseudocode syntax, look under arrays, getting the length of the array we can use length or size. I'll use size. I like to use a method. So array size, 0-based array. So would it be size? It would be size -1, right? Next positions are 0, 1, and 2. So length 3 minus 1 equals 2. That's the last one there. Let's run it. A-, yeah. So that works. So that would be our get last function. We can copy that, put it into place, and there, that's all we need. So that is the assignment, and you would just submit that in how it's described and how to submit it, and you would be done. Is there anything else that I could show you? Just spend some time looking through the chapter. We coders don't like to read, but a little quick reading and playing as you go. Almost everything here has a try it button, so you can try it out, see it run, and then you can play with it too, change things around.